Hi guys, Carly with Remarkable People Solutions here, and joining me today is Drew with Chick-fil-A at Waverly Place. And we are just going to do an R&R spotlight where we highlight the remarkable things that Drew and his team are doing and the partnership that they had with RPS that provided some relief. So Drew, if you will, just tell us, what are you known for professionally? What makes you remarkable?
Well, I don't know, the exact answer to that, but I think we've done well is surrounded ourselves with good people and trusted those people to make good decisions. And if you have a team full of good people, typically it makes everyone's job easier. So I believe that our leaders' jobs have gotten easier over the last year or two as we've continued to add on better and better people all around them.
And I know that you have multiple, but I can think of one. Eliza has been with you for years, and she's a young lady. We're not saying that, but something obviously about your culture has kept her around. So great job for that. But also, I've known you for several years, coming up on 11 maybe?
Yes, correct. Maybe even more.
I know, but that makes you old and not me, I hope, anyway.
Yes.
Truth is that a lot of remarkable things about you. What is it that makes you personally remarkable?
I don't think there's anything that makes me personally remarkable. I think I've gotten very fortunate to have some good people who I've been able to. I really focus on people talk about about attracting great talent all the time, and I think it's a lot easier to attract great talent if you actually focus on retaining the great talent that you have.
Yeah.
And so I don't know that there's anything that I'm particularly great at, but I try and love on the people that we have, and especially the good ones, and make them stick around. So we talk about good turnover and bad turnover. We try and really limit that bad turnover. So we love good turnover. People getting married, people having kids, people graduating college. Those are awesome things to celebrate. But what we really try and do is we don't want people to turn over unless there's some sort of major life change that causes them to turn over. So if someone goes down the street to a competitor or a similar job for 50 cents or $1 more, that's telling me that I'm not doing something right. So we really try and retain great people we already have. So yeah, we've been fortunate. I've been an operator for 8.5 years, and I'm on my third store right now, and I think I've got 5 people, maybe 6 out of the 24 total that I had at my first store who are still with me. So that's really awesome to see.
Wow. Man, Drew, I remember you before you were an operator, and Chick-fil-A made a very good decision selecting you as an operator. But I remember even back then, it was so inspiring to be around you because you care so much about people. So just the fact that you are that way obviously has generated a lot of great results. So good job. But with all that you've accomplished, what is one thing you hope to be known for in the future?
I think I want people to look back and say that we had a positive impact on their lives, no matter what they go on to do. I mean, what I've really realized is a very small percentage of people who I employ. We've got over 100 people who work for me at this moment. I know that a very small percentage of those people will go on to have a career with Chick-fil-A. So whatever they go on to do in life, whether it's be a mom or a dad or an engineer or a teacher, I want them to look back on their time at Chick-fil-A and say, hey, I learned something from that time, whether it's hard work or accountability, or I love seeing these 14-year-old kids who come in and they love the structure and being held accountable. I think I just want people to look back 5, 10, 15 years from now and say, man, I was only with Drew a short period, a short season of my life, but I learned so much, and I feel like I'm a better husband, better wife, better parent, better employee because I had that season of my life where I worked at Chick-fil-A.
Dude, awesome. Caring about the whole person. That is so cool. And if I could just insert a small commercial, y'all drive some incredible results, not only in people's character, but also at your store. I'm super impressed with what your team can do. So great job.
Thank you.
but also want to highlight, you and I had partnered up and I worked with your leadership team several months back. What was the original pain point that brought you to partner with RPS?
Yeah, so we had just transitioned to a new restaurant that was, it needed a little love. And so we had gotten a lot of the right people on board. I feel like we were working with someone else for recruiting before. They were doing a really good job of getting a lot of quantity, which is what we needed at first. Honestly, we needed quantity. Like, we needed as many B to B plus players as we could get. I think I turned over, so I took over, I can't remember the exact numbers. I think it was 62 people that we took over, and all but 5 of them were gone in the first like 6 or 7 months. And that was a good thing for the most part. Like, the culture really changed, but that left us with lots of gaps. So we were working with someone, they were getting us a lot of people through the door. And again, we needed that, like we needed lots of volume at that time. But then we kind of hit this wall where like, we didn't really need the volume anymore. We'd gotten a lot of good people in, but they weren't really getting us those like A plus players. So I think Remarkable People Solutions was able to really fine tune, get more like high quality candidates. And then the other thing was, we'd been so focused on like, we need people, we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off, just trying to serve these people. Like, we looked around 9 months, 12 months in, and we're like, gosh, okay, now we've got a chance to like sit back, like the team's fine. We need to figure out systems. We need to get, we need to just get checklists, systems, create these things that will just help the day-to-day go by smoother, create more accountability. And so I think being able to implement some of those systems with your help was really helpful.
Awesome. What would you say was maybe one of those most significant triggers that brought you relief?
I don't know. I think it was one of the things is I feel like a lot of times it's hard to, I feel like a lot of times we talk a lot about getting caught up in the urgent. And I feel like, especially in our business, like we are quick service. So by nature, it's going to be like this urgency all day long. So we talk about a lot with my team about like, we can't be so focused on the urgent, unimportant things that we forget about the not urgent, important things. And so it was really nice, like having that weekly call, if nothing else, that like forced us to sit down and say, like, what do we need to focus on? What are the big picture items that are not necessarily, we don't need to do them tomorrow, but I don't want to look back in 6 months and they're still not done. So it was having that like accountability almost of sitting down every Tuesday at 2:00 or whatever we did, and just thinking through like, okay, well, what were we working on last week? What do we need to do to finish that? What are some of the things we need to be working on right now to make sure that we're just continuing to get better? Our employees can have some benchmarks to know whether we're winning, and just make life easier and help us continually improve.
Well, I can say that we are effective when we work with really great people. So it was really awesome to work with your leadership team. You had a strong leadership team, so you can get more results that way, that's for sure. But final question is, what would you say makes Remarkable People Solutions remarkable?
Certainly not the owner. So I would say, no, I'm just kidding.
I could have predicted that. We have known each other for a little bit, so
No, I like the system that you guys have of the kind of the prediction of success of candidates, as well as there's obviously a lot of great systems that you guys have implemented over the past that are proven to work. I feel like you think completely different than I do, and I like working with people who think, I don't want to work with a lot of people who are the same as I am. And so I think it's always helpful to have people with different perspectives, different points of view, and different strengths. And I feel organization is not one of my strengths at all, and that was helpful. Yeah, right. And so it's super helpful to just have that organized mind to kind of help us through some things.
Yeah. Man, Drew, I just really appreciate you being willing to get on here. I know that it's a big ask. You are super busy. You drive really great results. You have a wonderful Chick-fil-A that serves people just like the mission statement. So thanks for making the time. I certainly have enjoyed working for you. Thank you for not sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly about the owner of RPS. That was very gracious of you. But just being able to hear about how things are going for y'all, what's remarkable, and just the relief that we provided is wonderful. So thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. You know, I just realized this was not planned, but there's a chicken right over my head, actually.
Good branding.
I know, right?
But you also have a pig, so I don't know what that says.
Well, we've got the cow right here as well.
Okay, and a dog.
That's not a dog. Do you eat dog?
No, what is the other thing?
It's a sheep. A lamb. I
Oh,
guess.
sheep. Do you eat sheep? I don't eat sheep.
Lamb? Lamb. It's lamb.
Lamb, okay.
Come on, gyros are delicious.
My people, my food group is chicken. That's all I've got, so. Thanks, Drew.
All right, my pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.